Hi, this is Patty, your FASD coach, and welcome to another free Friday Tidbit. So, with a new month, May, hello, already, comes a new topic. This month, we're going to be focusing on memory and learning. So, as with everything else that we have been studying so far in the neurobehavioral model, everybody has issues with a few of the pieces that I bring to you on Fridays. And so, in and of themselves, these are not problematic behaviors. It depends on the frequency that something happens or the significance of the problems that it creates, right? These are, after all, underlying cognitive tasks that we rely on in order to do whatever the behavior is that is expected of us. So, today, short-term auditory memory. Where this can come out and become problematic in the life of your family might be, for instance, in the example that was told to me by my clients just this very week. The dad asked their teenage daughter to grab some trash can liners, go upstairs, empty out the trash cans from all the rooms, and replace the liner bags, right? And then bring the trash downstairs and put it in the big garbage to go outside, right? Not a hugely complicated task, although I would say there are several steps involved. It's not a simple thing if you have memory issues. Anyway, the daughter's about to get to the steps, and mom says, "Oh, hey, since you're going upstairs, can you carry this up for me?" "Oh, sure, mom. Be glad to do that." She carries it upstairs, and you guessed it, forgot completely about the trash. So, a typical family, this would play out, and the daughter would then be berated for being blamed, or, she would be blamed, she would be shamed, she would be ridiculed, or she would be basically in trouble for being thoughtless, for not being able to do such a simple thing. It's not that complicated, right? Fortunately for her, her parents have really been learning and recognized what happened as soon as it did. And their daughter was not in trouble at all because she was set up. They understood that daughter has a short-term auditory memory struggle. And it happens to all of us from time to time. If you've ever been on your way home and your spouse called and said, "Hey, can you stop at the store and get X, Y, and Z?" Well, you can't write it down because you're driving, or at least you can't do it safely. I wouldn't recommend that at all. But if you have short-term auditory memory issues, you'll probably leave the store just with that last one. Or maybe you might get one or two, but you're not going to get the whole list, right? Because we're so concentrated on that last thing that we heard, afraid that we're going to forget it, that we end up forgetting the first parts, right? So that can be problematic. It can create a lot of stress and tension within a marriage or between parents and children. Or you can even beat yourself up, right? If you're single and living alone and you know that you need these things, but you don't get it all down, right? Or if you're taking down a message from voicemail and you're so concentrated on the phone number, you get the last four and then you can't remember the first three digits. Or if you do get the whole phone number, what was the caller's name? So that's not a huge deal, right? Because you can go back and forth. You can listen and rewind and listen again and rewind and listen again until you have all the pieces of the message. If you're lucky, then you can push a button and get it typed out. But that's more of an accommodation. Anyway, if this sounds familiar, and I'm sure it does, what I want you to do this coming week is be thinking about, could it be that his brain has something to do with what just happened, or her brain has something to do with just happened? The beauty of the neurobehavioral model is it gets us to not hone in on behaviors and want to change them or insist that, our loved one change them, but rather the beauty of it is to always be thinking about the brain. What is going on that makes it difficult for my loved one to do what there is expected of them in whatever the situation is? So be thinking brain first before you think about something not being done right. Okay? Hope that's helpful. Hope that gives you a lot of things to think about this week. I'm sure that you will be amazed just how often you can spot this happening in the life of your life or the life of your family member during this next week. And until next Friday, when I'll bring you another free Friday tidbit, please like, subscribe, share this YouTube channel with your friends, with anyone that you've come to realize, oh, wait a minute, no, that's not anyone in my family, but I know so and so. It sounds like, their daughter or their spouse. Please share this. Let's send it far and wide, shall we? And I'll see you next Friday for another free Friday tidbit. Have a great week and enjoy your weekend.